They called in all units. They did like a multi-city call for assistance on this. And I mean, these guys got here pretty quick. I was just a short distance away. Let's see, I think I'm gonna park right over here. And then just walk over.
Yeah, Mark, they don't check around this house. We've been having a lot of problems.
Hold on.
Runaways and stuff being there. Don't check around this house.
And we'll get out here. So this is a big disturbance at the Waffle House in Marque, and they did a multi-jurisdiction call out. We've got Texas City units here, Marque units here, DPS, the Galveston County Sheriff's Department's here. I'm not sure how many people were involved. Let's see what we got here. And they called for an ambulance. Now, I've had some problems with Marque before, so there may be some issues here in just a minute. We'll see. Let me see if I can zoom in here for you. There's at least one person injured because they called for an ambulance for a female that was injured inside. They have a lot of problems with these Waffle Houses at night. A lot of them get robbed. I mean, it's very common for these Waffle Houses to get hijacked at night. Okay, for you, those of you that are just getting in here, this was it was called in as a large disturbance, and they called in, this is in the city of Marque, and they did a multi-jurisdiction call for assistance. We've got units here from every city around Marque and the Sheriff's Department as well. I'm guessing a lot of people left when this disturbance kicked off. They got out of here before the police started showing up, because they're calling now for everybody to slow it down so they got it under control, which obviously they do. They called for an ambulance. They said they had a female that was injured. It doesn't look like they're doing anything with her. Yeah, I wasn't too far off from this. Oh, that dude hooked something under his car. Ha ha. This ain't a good time to be dragging nothing behind your car. Probably 80% of the cops in this county right now are out here. So it's over with. Everybody's getting out of here, looks like. cops are just hanging out to burn up the clock. You know, everybody's left, and yet we still got, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units here for nothing. Like I said, when they have these kinds of disturbances, usually what ends up happening is it'll be a quick thing, just like a flash fire, and then everybody flees before the cops get here. But apparently it was an active scene when Marque got here because they were hollering for help. But now it's all dead and wrapped up. So it doesn't look like there's anything going on here. There's an officer inside taking statements, looks like, talking to people to see what's going on. And this lady officer here, this nice lady officer with the glasses, about a week ago, that one right there in that group, she's a Marque officer, and she was nice enough to call me a dumbass. Can you believe it? Yeah, she called me a dumbass. She was lucky I had wrapped up and I was exhausted and was headed home. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. Otherwise, I might have dealt with her differently than I did. I just laughed it off and went on about my business. So... Woo. And of course, the bars are closed, and it's that time of night. So. All right. So it doesn't look like anything left of this scene. Like I said, I wasn't too far from this when it kicked off, when the call dropped. So I'm like, yep, I'm going. They're calling for units from all over the county. Yeah, I got to go for that. All right. Let's roll up out of here. You can see they're parked out on the street. Got more units over there. And all the cops are just standing around yapping. But it's Marque. There's not a lot that goes on down here, so I was surprised that a call like this dropped. But then when they said it was at the Waffle House, I wasn't surprised anymore. These, like I said, these Waffle Houses, they're open late when a lot of other things aren't, and the bars close. A lot of times people go to these places, and you end up with issues. And this is the time of morning when they get robbed most of the time too. They catch the bar patrons. A lot of them have cash on them because they're spending cash in the bar, and so they're ripe for getting hijacked, and that's what they do. So all the other units, the Texas City units, have left. Marque is the only one still here. All right, let's go back to this one. Doesn't have a nickname yet. This is my dedicated cop watching vehicle right here. And here, I'll show y'all real quick. Because a lot of what I do, I end up I'll show you. I put safety lights on it because I end up a lot of times with their front and back, you know, on or near a roadway, and I don't want to get runned over. So let me get my seatbelt on here. So I put yellow safety lights on it to so I can mark my position. Another thing is, if I get out, like a lot of times I get to a scene before the police do, and so being able to mark my position, although even the Marque cops are leaving now, they're all headed to their units, but being able to mark my position is a handy thing to be able to do. Sit here and let them do their thing. I get the radios and everything going again. So I don't have it turned on right now, but you can see it. Hold on, turn my light on in here. See, I got a tablet here that's got GPS, and I use that for mapping and for MDT, the data terminal transmissions. I can get them on that for certain places.
8409.
Okay, that's Santa Fe. That's too far away from us. Let's see what our next call is going to be here. I think I'm probably gonna wrap up for the night.
Normally they break out the front windows and go into the warehouse.
Ooh, burglary in League City. That cop was hollering about turn on your headlights. Look at there, driving off with no headlights. If that was that chick that called me a dumbass, I should go and mention to her that she should be turning lights on. That's the one that was screaming at that guy that was leaving the parking lot about turning on his lights. Oh, please let me catch up with her and her not have her lights on yet. Let's see if I can get up there. Ah, she got her lights on now.
Medic 2 will be transporting to Main Hospital, non-emergent.
All right. One of them got his yellow light on his roof stuck on for some reason. Yeah, I'm gonna stay live for a minute in case there's some more stuff drops right here where I'm at. You guys get to ride along, and I can't see your comments while I'm driving. Oh, Galveston City PD, they got something going on. I'm actually going in the wrong direction to run to that burglary call in League City. That's just a few exits the other direction, but Marque seems to be the place to be right now, so let's see what we can find to get into down here. Here's our old mall on the right. And then a little further up, we've got one of those outlet malls. Somebody's going to have to explain to me. You know, I grew up when the mall meant you went to a mall that was on the inside. And it was great. If it was raining outside, you were dry. If it was cold outside, you were warm. If it was hot outside, you were cool. Now they're building these open air malls where you're outside in the elements, and I just don't get it. I don't see what the appeal for that is. Okay, we'll jump off right here. I mean, I'm sure it's cheaper to maintain for the owner of the property. Hold on.
Yeah, which is a, I need to respond on 825-582, you know, 16 years of female, running a chest pain, negative circumstances.
All right, we're not, that's in Hitchcock, and it's just a routine medical call. We'll pass on that. Anyway, yeah, I don't understand the appeal of an outside mall. Okay, so you like being outside. Okay, I get it, but when you're shopping, you're only outside when you're walking from shop to shop. The rest of the time, you're indoors. So you have to walk in the rain to go from store to store. I just don't see the appeal of that. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Jack in the Box had these chocolate, I think they called them chocolate croissants, chocolate croissant bites or something like that. Anyway, they were just little cream-filled pastries, but they were actually pretty dang good. And so I went to get some earlier tonight because I like the little boost from the sugar. Hold on.
Charles Robert, Ocean Adam Sam, David Adam Lincoln Edward.
Okay, we don't need that one right now. I'm not going down to the city of Galveston Island. We're not going to go down there right now. Anyway, they discontinued them today along with quite a few other things off their menu. I don't know what prompted that, but
420 drop over Eastport.
Dickinson. Maybe we'll run up to Dickinson. I thought I was going to get a DEA thing earlier. Hold on. Hitchcock Fire? No, we don't need Hitchcock. We're not going to the Hitchcock Fire. I got some DEA communications that were down here in my area earlier. And Lake City. Anyway, it turned out to be a non-start. I got close to where they were running the op, but for some reason I guess their person they were looking for wasn't there, or there was a vehicle they were specifically trying to put eyes on, and it wasn't at the location, so they burned off. So I didn't get to visit with any of those good folks from the DEA tonight. Rather be in a park than a mall. I understand that's not my point. My point is, if you're going to go shopping, why would you rather be having to walk in the elements from store to store when you could go to an indoor mall and you're protected from the elements as you go store to store? I mean, I don't know. I grew up in the age of the big malls, just coming about. Do I play video games? Yes, I play Call of Duty Cold War is my current fave. I've always been a fan of the Call of Duty games, but Cold War is the one I'm playing right now. And if you're on Xbox, you can look me up. I am boop, 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 on Xbox, and then you can like friend me, and if you're playing Call of Duty, we can team up. Oh, something running across the street. Oh, the possum. Get out of the street, possum dude. You're gonna get run down. Almost got me a pair of raccoons. 2 at a time ran across the street earlier, and I almost got both of them at the same time. Like, man, it hurts my heart when I run little animals over. It just kills me. I hate that. For those of you that are interested, this is downtown La Marque. Not a lot to it, huh? But we're gonna come back. We got something going on over here in Dickinson. Let's see if we can go find that. These are all little small towns. Oh yeah, run that red light. Yep, ran it. This is a time of night where you've got to be on your toes. Because the drunk drivers, you know, like I said, the bar is just closed and the drunk drivers are out in full. I mean, look at this guy with his bright headlights on. That's usually a good indicator that somebody's intoxicated driving. The police love to stop those people that are driving with their high beams on like that, because it's a good indicator that they're possibly intoxicated. Hey, how come the light didn't change? This light stuck. Come on, light, hook a brother up. I'm trying to get somewhere. Hey, if you drink and drive, I have no pity for you if you get caught. Battlefield, so they've got a thing on this new Call of Duty. I forget what they call it. I played it a few times back when I first started playing the game. It's I don't know, but it's like Battlefield and all of that. I just can't remember what they call it.
Your apartment number again.
301.
Got all my Galveston County stations programmed. All right. And we had a pursuit. The sheriffs were chasing a guy up here by Texas City a little while ago. He ended up getting away. He got off in a neighborhood. The sheriff's department was chasing him. And they weren't, I guess they don't communicate very well with like Texas City PD. If they had gotten the city police involved quick enough, that guy wouldn't have had a chance to get away. So Dickinson is up here. You see those green lights ahead. It's about 3/4 of a mile beyond that. We'll be in Dickinson. Go see what's going on there. I was at a Disturbance there earlier. This lady dropped her. It's an interesting story. So this lady is separated from her husband, separated or divorced, I'm not sure which, but they're apart. So she brings her kid over and leaves her kid with the husband, and I guess it's his brother and the brother's spouse, girlfriend, whatever. She then goes to a bar, starts drinking. Well, guess who shows up at the bar? The husband. So, you know, he gets pretty intoxicated, and he leaves and goes home. And she's upset because he left the child with the brother. So she shows up at the house throwing a fit, and the police come out. Oh, and there was some kind of altercation between them. It happened up in Webster, and apparently, according to her, I'm just repeating what she said, he smacked her around a little bit, and so she went back to Webster to file charges on him. But the police, Dickinson police, had to go in and check on the welfare of the child, and of course the guy was rip-roaring drunk and started screaming at him to get out of the house. And you know, in that situation, they actually have to get out of the house. Once they've checked on the child, the welfare of the children, they're done. It's not illegal to be in your home and be intoxicated. And the brother was there, and the brother was sober. So there's somebody to ensure the safety of the children. So the police couldn't do a whole lot of anything. Oh, I agree, Alice. When you're in a relationship and if it gets abusive, you know, everybody argues. That's fine. You know, but if it gets abusive where there's physical abuse from either one of you, it's time to go. It's that simple. It's time to go. My ex-wife used to hit me all the time. And, you know, I just kind of put up with it. I mean, the way I was raised was, you know, you're the guy, you know, and if she hits you, it's just how it is. I mean, it's not like she's going to really hurt you, but that's not the point. You know, it shouldn't be happening. And, you know, but in that marriage, and of course I've only been married one time, so the big issue was the emotional abuse. And, you know, I've seen, you know, official records where she's been interviewed and she says that, you know, I emotionally abused her and I wouldn't give her a divorce, you know, and all this stuff. The funny thing is, I paid for the divorce 3 times. She would never go and she has kids from somebody else, and she would never, all she had to do was provide the DNA records, and she would never do it. So finally I got tired of it and I went and got them myself. So, but it's just funny, you know, somebody that's that manipulative claims that you're the manipulator. And I mean, I pretty much was the silent partner in that relationship. I wasn't real big on, you know, fighting or arguing. That was her deal. And unfortunately, you know, when she couldn't get a response, she would become physically violent, whack me over the head with a broomstick or throw things at me, you know, or like we would go out to a restaurant to eat, you know, and she would order, you know, whatever for a meal, and I would order whatever I wanted for a meal. And if what she ordered was more than what I ordered, she would be like, oh, you're making me look like a pig. You make me look like a hog because I'm eating all this food and you're eating like a bird. You know, it was unbelievable. You know, and I look back on it now, and at the time I'm just like, this is so stupid. You know, I look back on it now and I'm just like, why did I tolerate that for so long? You know, you stay for the kids, it's expensive to leave, you stay, you know, you come up with a lot of reasons to stay. But the reality is, once the relationship becomes physically abusive or even emotionally abusive, you need to get out. And it's not easy, but you've got to get out just to preserve your sanity. And if you're tied up with the wrong person and you're just laying around with that wrong person, the right person's going to come and you're going to miss it. You're going to miss them because they're going to walk on by. And I make it sound like I was a saint in my marriage. Don't get that idea, because that is absolutely not true. You know, I did a lot of cheating in that relationship. But the funny thing is that I didn't cheat for sex, because the one good thing we did have between us was sex. We never had an issue sexually. The cheating was because there was no emotional connection. There was no trust in the relationship with her. And so I cheated looking for, you know, those other things. Hey, Arizona. All right. Okay, we're into Dickinson now. Now, I don't waste my time on people that are, you know, not on the right track. You know, if you don't have your head together and, you know, your life in general together, I'm not gonna be able to step into any kind of relationship with you. I won't do it.
Copy alarm.
Yeah, it's
12:15, 23rd.
hold on. Alarm call. You know, your safety is first and foremost, and if you're with somebody that is physically violent and just behaving all crazy, that's not going anyplace good. So, you know, safety is first. Your sanity is second. You know, if you're with a crazy person, they are literally going to keep you at your wit's end at all times. And a lot of times, you know, the physical wounds will heal a lot faster than the emotional wounds. I mean, it took me a long time to get over all the stupidity. Sorry, mister, I didn't mean to blind you with my bright lights. All the stupidity that was that relationship. And I mean, to this day, I still have trust issues.
221, disregard the alarm for the alarm company.
I still have trust issues when it comes to dating or you know, relationships. I don't do any dating now, but it takes a lot to overcome all that stupidity. All right, here we go. Now this is downtown Dickinson, and I can tell they've already cleared this call that I was running over here for. So, yeah, there he is right there.
He is route to the Calvary Cemetery, 2506, 65th, 2 male white SUV pointed gun to complainant.
Oh, that's in Galveston. Somebody pointing a gun at somebody by the cemetery. That's a good place to do it. And this is downtown Dickinson here. Not a lot to it. They actually have a reasonably well-behaved police department here. You know, but it all comes from good leadership. It's like Webster. Webster has a good department, and it's because they have a chief that holds his officers accountable when they do wrong. I actually had that conversation with an officer last night, I guess it was. But this is going to be now is a nice boring drive. I'm about 20 minutes out, so I'm fixing to wrap up and head in. If I run up on anything else or anything else drops that's close, I'll go for it. But I'm gonna wrap this up so I don't tie you guys up. So keep an eye out. If something kicks off, I'll go live again. Barring that, I will see y'all later. Y'all be safe and have a good evening.